Good morning, it's me. Hopefully everything's gone live. I'm just finishing off a little bit of prep because I did my prep and then decided I was going to do something different because, you know, that's just me, really. When will I ever learn? Ooh, and I've lost a die. That's not clever. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. It's hiding. Right. So, how is everyone this morning? It's a really weird day here yet again in South Oxfordshire. So, we've had rain, we've had sun, we currently have sun, but it's just bizarre, really bizarre. So, heaven only knows what we've got to look forward to for later today. The threat is thunderstorms, but who knows? Who knows? So, with luck, everything is live. And when you jump on, please let me know that you're here, because it stops me panicking. And do remember that you can ask questions all the way through. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, you can subscribe. There's a subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. So, yes, lots of things to do while we're waiting for people to jump on. Now I've done that. I just need to work out what Hello, Nora. I'm just finishing off some die cutting for today's projects, and I sort of know what I'm doing, and yet again I sort of don't. Right, that's grey. Got grey. So the only thing I am short on is Knight of Navy. So I'm going to be using Morning Margaret. You've got a lovely morning in Ayrshire. I'm very pleased for you and only a little jealous. As I say, we've got every sort of weather, and I was watering the garden just as the black clouds came over, and then we had a little bit of rain. But as it is, we've now got sunshine again, and this is all in the last half hour. So I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. It's supposed to be summer, and yet we seem to be in spring still. Hello, Audrey. How are you? How's your hubby? My hubby has a hospital appointment this evening, so hopefully we'll start getting to the bottom of whatever his problem is. Right, I've just got to find some Knight of Navy, and I will be with you. But yes, and then we can get started, and I literally need a tiny bit of Knight of Navy. So I don't know if you saw this morning on my website this card. This is the card that I've entered for Kylie Bertucci's blog highlights. So that's the card that I've entered for this month. So if you are not sick and tired of voting for me, oh, I didn't show that very well, did I? Better bring it up a bit. Sorry, there's a lag. If you would like to vote for me, I'll be very pleased. And I think I'm number 23, but it says on my website which number I am on hers. Morning, Claire. Morning, Renee. Morning, B. He's good. Good. I'm glad to hear it, Audrey. Morning, Lorna from a soggy Chester. Okay, yep. Oh, thank you, B. So yes, B has voted. Yay! Which is lovely. I was thrilled to have got in the top 10 last month. I have to say, there are some stunning cards. It's evening in Australia and very cold. Okay. Whereabouts in Australia are you, Sue? I know it's a little, but only a little. My geography of Australia is not good. Right, I have finished my die cutting, which means we can get started. And I'm using the tailor-made tags as my dies today. I'm basically taking yesterday's or last night's thank you card and changing it up a bit. But I'm using the In Good Taste paper because I think that confuses people. There were some lovely cards, B, absolutely. If I get in the top 10 this time, I think it will be a miracle. Morning, Daryl. clouds coming your way from Chester. Yes. I kind of know the feeling. As I say, we've got a really weird day today. Doesn't really know what it's doing. I need a tissue. Bear with me. It's that sort of weather. It's cold. Horsham in Victoria. Okay, so Victoria is kind of southish, in which case it would be quite cold. Right, I am going to flip the camera down and show you an almost empty craft desk, because, you know, that's kind of what happens sometimes. Where's my cursor? There's my cursor. Oh, and that's nice. I've literally just been told that I'm live on YouTube. Nothing quite like a delay. So all I've done so far is die cut some tags and the little circles that go with them, which is what I was finishing off. I'm going to be using the Biggest Wish stamp set, and mostly using Not Much Better in Queensland. So basically the whole of Australia is cold. But sorry, I'm being distracted. What is going on in North America still? I'm going to just tip my little camera down a bit, because I think once I get started, it's going to be a bit high. Yeah, that's better. It'll take the top of my head off, but that's fine. At least you should be able to see my mouth then, which is what this is all about. So this is really so that anyone who's hard of hearing can see my lips. Hello, Heidi. Hello, Morris. Recently started watching your card videos. Have a daughter who lives in Buxted. And you're in New Zealand. Super. Well, welcome. And do remember to subscribe. So I love The Biggest Wish as a stamp set. I think it is so clever. And you lot probably knew this already. But did you know that or certainly with the thanks, the script fits inside the solid? So let's see with birthday. It does. It fits more or less. But with the thanks, it literally fitted inside. I mean, it was so clever. So this, as I say, is going to be the inspiration. Hi, Beverly, for today's card. Or I should say cards, because I have a few. I'm going to make them birthdays, mostly because I have some birthdays that I need to make cards for, one of which needs to go in today's post, first class, because if it doesn't, it's going to be late. But having said that, and I'm not going to share pre-order stuff specifically, but where is it? No, it's not that. I think it's in... Oh no, it's in a box. So my pre-order arrived yesterday, and there's the host stamp set for Celebration is your birthday came, your birthday went. This is the card I should have sent. Is one of the sentiments. It's almost worth sending cards late just so that you can put that on the inside. This top it was given to me by my husband. And it's basically, it's not our cat, one of our cats, but it might as well be. Sorry, Heidi, I've just seen what you've said. I've got 5 likes at my end, but yes. So one of my cats likes to sit on my shoulder, one of our cats, and I saw this and just laughed, and bless him, my husband bought it for me. Anyway, I'm going to start with what I think is probably the most difficult paper, which is this one, which is, well, it's one of the tiles. So this is the In Good Taste Designer Series paper, which, like most of the Designer Series papers in the annual catalogue, are now on sale. So these are most of the designs. I'm -1. There's a sort of tweedy one that I don't have. I have ordered a new pack, so I will have. But these are... So this is the large pack of Designer Series paper, and this is the reverse side of that. And I think this foxes people. That said, it's on discount, so it kind of makes sense to get it while it's on discount. So this would be £20 and it's now 17. The other papers would be £10.75 and are now £9.14. This is UK prices, obviously, because I'm in the UK. Right, so I've got my tag. I've got a piece of, this is the Early Espresso suede ribbon. I've got some little circles for my tag. I've got a liner for my card. I've got a mat and a piece of the tile paper, which I cut at the point where I thought I was going to be doing the card that way and then realised I was going that way. But you know what? It doesn't actually matter. It's actually quite a fun. At the end I'll show you the whole thing. So you've got the cat at the top, his head at the top and his bottom at the bottom, if you see what I mean. So it looks like he's diving into a pocket at the bottom and then coming out the top. It is quite fun, and it does remind me of one of my cats, our cats. Right, so I've got a grey granite base, tag, and the mat is Early Espresso. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull my inks. So I've got Early Espresso and grey granite, and you may remember that I have moved my ink pads so that they're now on my craft desk and my card bases are now behind me. Haven't decided if that works for me yet or not. I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper, because what I want to work out is whether I need to stamp off my grey granite. So I'm going to use the grey granite for the solid birthday, as in, you know, the up and down birthday, and then my Early Espresso for the script. I think I bounced when I did that, which wasn't terribly clever. I also don't think I've used the birthday before. Definitely isn't clever. And then I'm going to stamp this right over the top. So it's birthday, birthday. Not happy birthday, but birthday, birthday. I can do the happy bit on the inside. I think that works, particularly if this is for a card for a man. I don't know why I'm closing my ink pad, but there we go. I am going to clean my solid stamp because it's not the crispest impression I've ever seen. So I'm just going to make sure it's properly prepped. Right, so it's the moment of truth, and I've only cut enough of these for what I need. So here's hoping. So grey granite, birthday stamp, stamp, morning Wendy, morning Barb, morning Steffi. So there's our birthday. Don't need the grey granite at the moment anyway, and I can put it away because my ink pads are on my desk now. Yay! Early Espresso for the birthday, the other birthday, the script birthday, but I do love that they fit. It's just, I love that they actually fit inside each other. It doesn't take much to make me happy. Clearly. Must clean my chamois because they're a bit grubby. They're a bit stained as well. Right, okay. Oh, I haven't cleaned my other one, and I'm going to then be putting it into the wrong ink colour. So let's clean that off. I am also going to grab in this set, there are these little crosses, and those are potentially going to be useful for the inside. So I'm just going to grab that and a smaller block. Not quite small enough, but hey, it's fine. Right, okay, so before I pierce myself with that. Right, so this I'm going to add my ribbon to, but first of all I need to add one of the little circles. Morning, Jan. Right, tiny, tiny blobs of glue. Teeny tiny little blobs of glue, and I'm putting them right on the circle, as in the hole, and then I can pick up my hole, making it sure it's the right way up, which it wasn't, technically there isn't a right way up and a wrong way up. It's just one side gets pushed in and the other side gets pushed out by the die. So I like the pushed in side. Barb, no one is ever late. There's always catch up. So there we are with our little hoofa-doofa. Gosh, we're up to 6 likes according to my screen. That might not be right. Wet and windy in Swansea, but managed a day at the beach last week with the granddaughter. Way! So in England, and I am being specific to England, there is a possibility that we're going to come out of lockdown totally on the 19th of July. That was certainly the suggestion from our exalted leader last night. So who knows? And they're accepting that the numbers will still go up, but that basically we're going to have to learn to live with COVID like we do with flu. So, morning Melissa. Oh, no, don't want that. So this is an old roll of the Whisper White twine. You can get it in the Essentials Baker's Twine pack, but as I've got some, which I have, I would hasten to add, but I'm using up what I've got for the moment. Ooh, now, so for those of you who shopped with me in, where are we, June, my host gifts should be arriving today, so I should be able to get those out later this week. Going to a wedding in Winchester on the 17th, 3-hour drive from Lincolnshire. Wow. Oh, and it's just before the things change. The rules, that's the word I'm looking for. We cancelled my father's memorial service, which would have been on the 22nd of July because we weren't convinced that everything would be released by then, which of course it now is, but we're now having it at the end of, in March. Renee, the difference with us, I think, is that we've now got roughly 60% of the population vaccinated, and there is a definite link between vaccination and reducing both infections and mortality. So somewhere, once upon a time on my desk, I had a thing of seal. Who can spot where my seal? I've got Seal Plus. It's one of those, it's under the stamp set. So yeah, it's a difficult one. I mean, we have to accept that there are going to be deaths. That said, what was it? 3-4 years? No. Some years ago, not that long ago, in living memory, we had over 20,000 deaths in the UK from flu. So, in one flu season. I think it was the year of swine flu, but I couldn't honestly tell you. I know I had it really badly. But it's a difficult one. Oh, that's awful, Barb. Yeah, I mean, my father, bless him, was 90. He had a form of leukemia, but that wasn't actually what did for him. It was just basically that he was 90. Bone folder would be good. Not where it should be. See, this is what happens when I don't tidy up at the end of a day. Right, I have a second bone folder somewhere. There we are, second bone folder. Yeah, that's right, Heidi. I mean, as I say, over 60% have now had the second vaccination. Of those over 18, I should hasten to add. Right, so I'm just going to stick this down onto the front of my card. And I've got early espresso on grey granite because those are kind of the colours that are in this paper. And I know I'm going against the grain and having my things going this way, but yeah, no. What are my thoughts on it? My thoughts are that I think there are still quite a lot of people who are going to be concerned. I'm still going to wait before I stop wearing my mask. And I am going to be quite circumspect about all this. I've had both vaccines and, as you know, I've had COVID, as has hubby. We will get a booster in the autumn. So once they've finished vaccinating all the adults, the plan is that they're going to give boosters to those of us who are that bit older. And that should help pick up on any variants. Although the AstraZeneca seems to be coping very well with the Delta, also known as Indian variant. I'm schizophrenic, I think, is probably the answer. Yeah, I'm schizophrenic. So there we go. That's the outside. I will be adding some bits. So I've saved all of the current embellishments in this box so that I know what's current and what isn't. And somewhere in here, I can see the silver metallic pearls, but I want the gold metallic pearls with a certain degree of, there we go, inevitability. They are the ones that are at the bottom, because I think it's quite nice, even if we're going kind of masculine, to add a little bit of subtle bling. I mean, I know, keeping on with the how do I feel about it, I know some people who haven't had the vaccination for very good reasons. The daughter of a friend of mine is due to give birth any day now and hasn't been vaccinated and is vulnerable. So it's a difficult one, I think, is what I'm trying to say. Right, now I'm going to be adding this to the inside of my card, and I'm also going to be adding a strip of tiles to the bottom of the card, and that's going to go right the way across the inside of my card. So I need to stick this down first. So what have I missed? Probably still, absolutely, yes, Lorna, I will be definitely still wearing a mask in more crowded places. Helps with hay fever, absolutely, Wendy. And it'll help with things like the common cold, which I find, I mean, I was terrified when I got COVID. Let's not be silly about this. It scared the bejeebers out of me, particularly when my husband got it, because I didn't know what to expect. But I hate a cold. I just don't like it. So, yeah, it'll help not catch colds as well. Although they do say that wearing a mask is more about protecting other people than protecting yourself. So, yeah. I'd say that it has to start at some stage. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think you're right, Heidi. It has to start sometime. I think the government are going to come in for a lot of criticism. And obviously, because of the way the UK works, each of the nations will make their own decision on this. So Scotland currently has the highest infection rate in Europe. That's not to say they have the highest mortality, because they don't, but they do have the highest infection rate in Europe. So whether the Scottish Parliament will release everyone just yet, I don't know. Do I craft standing up? I do, Barb, mostly because I have sciatica. So for me to sit is really painful. So this is, although saying that, my back is really painful today anyway. I think I've come out in sympathy for my husband, who has some knee issue, which may or may not be due to his back. Anyway, so this is our first card. And as I say, we've got the little strip on the inside just to have something on the inside. So that's number one. The second one I'm going to do is going to go definitely female. Although that said, I've got some basic grey in there. FFP3 protects you but pricey. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's, as I say, it's more about protecting other people wearing your mask So this is going to go that way. Again, I cut this on the basis it was going to be upright, and it's not. So let me pop that onto my, where's my brain gone? Here we are. Onto my grey, basic grey. So the dark pink in this paper is Rococo Rose. So anyone who still has Rococo Rose from the previous 2 years in colour, obviously you can use that. What have I missed? Going round in circles on the subject from a Scottish point of view, I bet, Audrey. As I say, I'm schizophrenic. Yep, so Lorna's answered the what is FFP3. Don't agree. What don't you agree with, Renee? That we have to start sometime? Or I missed what your previous comment was. Right, okay, so I'm going to concentrate on doing some stamping. Now, Petal Pink. Petal Pink, I'm quite confident, is going to be, that blushing bride, is going to be light enough to have full strength and grey granite over the top. So, I'm just going to go for it. So, literally, what I'm trying to show you today with these cards is that just by changing a few things with the same basic items, you can make very different cards. I mean, not very different cards, but different cards. Right, so that can go in there. Got my, oh, I don't need my early espresso anymore. That can go away. Basic grey. For the script birthday. Oh, it's raining. There's a surprise. So there we are. It's basic grey. I mean, it will dry down a bit, but basic grey is quite dark. And I might on this one use that little cross. Just going to clean these stamps before I forget. So I'm going to use the cross on the inside. So I'm going to grab my Petal Pink again. And rather than have Designer Series paper, I'm going to try Happy in dark and Birthday over the top. Oh, it would look lovely. I can do that with my next one. I'll bring out Happy, because it'll definitely fit, so it's fine. So I'm just going to add some of these crosses on the inside piece in a random pattern. The more random you make it, the less time you have to worry about it not being the same all over, if you see what I mean. Because you're never going to get it absolutely the same. All the way across. There we are. In fact, it's gone down the hill as I've gone. So I'm just still trying to work out what Renee doesn't agree with. Don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, talking of ink pads, remind me please, is it you can use new re-inker for the new style ink pad on old style ink? But correct, Audrey. So the new re-inker, well, the new formulation of ink has an anti-foam. I cleaned those, didn't I? Yes, has an anti-foam property in it. So you don't want to use the old re-inker on your new ink pads, because the idea of the anti-foam is that you don't get those bubbles that we used to get, particularly on the lighter colours. So yeah, new ink on old ink pads, but not old ink on new ink pads. Yes. Right, so I'm going to get some of that lovely Petal Pink ribbon, which I love, which is this one. Now I'm thinking I'm pink, therefore I'm spam. No, No, it's not. It's not. It's grey granite. No, I don't need both. Don't need both ends. Right, what have we got? You've had a proper Starbucks. Woohoo! Well done. We've been open for months. Masks are very rarely worn here. Even Disney World and Universal Studios already gone twice yourselves. Pretty much business as usual. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the reasons that the English government are announcing that they're going to open up now is because it's the summer. So it means that if things do go up, if the rates do go up while we're sorting out final vaccinations and stuff, because people are going to be outside more, maybe not today, the chances of infection are reduced because being outside reduces infection rates. It's when you're inside in a crowd that things get more difficult. Yeah, we have to start somewhere, B. We can't start with what makes you and the family comfortable and safe. Absolutely, B. We can make cards alone or in a group. And, you know, a small group in the garden if it's summer. Obviously, for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere at the moment, you're heading into winter. But equally, your infection rates are minute by comparison with ours. And your death rates are, I mean, our death rate, they reckon it's over 150,000 in the whole of the UK. So, yeah. I think we are on different levels as far as that's concerned. But, of course, for the Southern Hemisphere, you're heading into winter. So you are probably going into a time where you might have higher infection rates, purely because you're spending time indoors. But, as you say, we've got to start somewhere. And if people are not comfortable going out in public, they don't have to. Right, I'm just going to cut on the diagonal. You can tell I'm concentrating because I've stopped talking. But I think that the English government were right to delay the lifting. Hello, Barbara. Takes 2 years for side effects to show up. What you mean, side effects from the vaccination? Yeah, I mean it's a risk-based approach. So. What they're looking at the moment, and I agree, it does take time. What we know is that if you don't have the vaccination, and particularly if you are in one of the countries where the infection rate is quite high, there is a higher chance of mortality. So we need to bear that in mind. And it's what they're talking about with children in the UK. Is whether all children should get the vaccination, and they're looking at what the risk is. So it's risk benefit. We know that the benefit is that there will be a lesser chance of them. I didn't put my circle on. That was going to go on there. Never mind. Doesn't matter. It's because I'm blethering. So yes, it's a risk approach. I'd rather have side effects than end up in hospital on a ventilator. Yeah, I mean it's a difficult one. We prefer the 3-sit to be permanent with strangers. It can be, Melissa. It's up to you how you deal with it. If I'm going to be close to strangers, I'm not going to be going up and hugging them, trust me. If I don't know the people, I mean, in the UK, we're doing Meter Plus. So, yeah, I mean, I think everyone has to take responsibility now. We've been doing this for what, 18 months or thereabouts? I'm guessing that is for other reasons, Heidi. Right, so there is our second card, which I've actually folded the wrong way around. Well, I haven't folded it the wrong way around, but I've got this bit that's going to annoy me, so I'm going to trim it. I don't like the back of my card being longer than the front of my card. Actually, I think I'm going to use my little chopper. It just irritates me. So this is going to irritate me no end if I don't deal with it. So I'm going to deal with it now. So that is me taking that tiny piece of card off. Anywho, so second card, and it's obviously the same. I will be adding some gems in a minute. It's obviously the same, but it's definitely for a woman. I think the answer to that question, certainly for me, B, is no. I hugged friends who I don't see that often, so I suppose that is a thought. Right, now I'm going to grab my favourite embellishment from last year, which was, oh, apparently isn't in here. Have I got it out already? No, I must just need a new packet. Because it's not in here. Who can remember what my favourite embellishment was from last year? Oh, I'm going to need that soon. Any thoughts? Thank you, Barb. Thank you, B. Thank you, Heidi. Oh, no, there they are. So, yes, my elegant faceted gems were my favourite embellishment from the last annual catalogue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, these are Petal Pink, Opaque and Clear. I'm going to go, I think, for the Opaque, so that they pick up the fact that it's, you know, there's a bit of glisten without it being completely see-through. There, I think. And there. So we just got a little bit of something. Right, last card. We're on a roll. Don't need the cellophane anymore, really. I think we can live without that. I'm fascinated as to where I'm going to find my other whatnot. Right, okay, so last card is on a thick white base. That's just a scrap, don't need that. I have dyed a piece of the crinkle. How long have I been crafting? Oh, years, I mean literally. I will pick up on that in a minute. So this I have dyed with the dark Night of Navy stamping blend, and it's the crinkle ribbon seam binding. This time I am going to remember to put the circle on. Right, how long have I been crafting? That's what I thought. Thank you for liking them. Right, so how long have I been crafting? I think that depends on your definition of crafting. That's a body swerve, isn't it? I mean, obviously I crafted at school. I still have somewhere the Christmas stocking I made when I was about 5 out of felt. I say I made it. My teacher sewed the two pieces together and I just embellished it with felt and glue. The glue is about black now. So, yeah. Oh, I was going to do happy, wasn't I? So, as far as an adult is concerned, I don't know, 25 years. I mean, I went to, this is why I say it depends on how you think of craft. When I was in my very early 20s, don't like that. When I was in my very early 20s, I went to fashion college. You had to pay extra to make sure your son got his 40th birthday. Yeah, I'm going to have to pay extra. It's going to have to be first class. So yes, I went to fashion college in my early my early 20s. I'm going to do the birthday in Night of Navy first, and then I'm going to work back from there with the happy. And I've made, I cannot tell you how many costumes for amateur theatrical productions. So yeah, as I say, it depends on your definition of craft. Still got the egg you made at school. Yeah, as I say, I've still got the stocking, Christmas stocking. Now, I'm not convinced that I want to go stamped off Night of Navy. And the reason I say that is I don't think it's a particularly attractive colour. I think it looks wrong. Shall we see? Egg cozies. Okay, I did wonder. Right, so this is full strength, which is lovely. And then stamped off. And you see, I'm not sure that that's going to be stamped off enough. It's not bad, actually. And then if I do it a third time, okay, I will. I'll do it, but I will do it on my piercing mat, because I think it's going to need that bit of... So let's ink up, stamp off once, stamp off twice. Not convinced. Load, aim... Buyer, you have a dressing table set you embroidered at primary school. Wow. What about gold embossed happy? Yes. The only problem then is what do you do with the birthday, because it won't show through or sit on the gold embossing. What you could do, here's a thought. Let me cut another tag. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that so I can clean it. I'm going to take your suggestion, Barb, and I'm going to change it just a little bit. And, come on, in you go. You can see that there is red in the Night of Navy ink because it's staining. But, no, yes, of course, but there is another option. So, bear with me one moment. And, let's see, have I got a scrap that's the right sort of size? That's too small. That's all right, we'll use that. Right, let me clear the decks a little bit. Grab my mini, my little baby, and my die. That one, and my plates. I treated myself to some new plates. So I've, what I've done is I've put the plate that was the top plate as the bottom plate, and I've got a new top plate. Right, so I need to cut that way. I'm only trimming it like that because I want it to go through sort of not straight. It goes through much easier if you're not sending it through straight onto a flat edge. I have the knitting bag sewing apron combo I made in the first year of secondary school. Yeehaw, because of Oklahoma. Oh, lovely. Yes. Is that a mini spellbinder? No, 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 no. This is a Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss. No, no, no. It's our little baby cutting machine. Not a spellbinder. That's just getting the circle out of the middle of the thing. Now, I have fortunately cut some extra circles, but I'll deal with that in a moment, because what I'm going to do is stamp this in full strength, and I am still going to bring this in. I'm going to ignore the phone call because I'm with you guys. And I have an answer phone. Embossing the birthday over the happy. Absolutely. All I know is it's a mobile number and they're going to have to wait. And yeah, look at that. It's really pink now. Okay, so that's the happy. I will need that back again, the blue, I mean. And where's my Versamark gone? Oh, there, I can't see it for looking. So, embossing buddy over the happy, particularly as we've only just stamped the happy and it could still be wet. Then gold. Wash your mouth out. Cat on your shirt. I have got a cat on my shirt. You've got your gym bag from Miss Maycock's. Yes, you see, B and I went to the same primary school, Miss Maycock's. I hated it. I was so pleased when they knocked it down and put houses up instead. Okay, hopefully that has got enough embossing powder on it. If not, we've got a substitute with the 2 Knights of Navy. But yes, B and I have known each other for a not insignificant amount of time. Right. It would help, of course, if my heat gun would work. Which is plugged in there. Come on. Thank you. I dropped it. Don't drop your heat gun. I have got a new one. Yeah, I dropped it on a tile floor from a great height. Not a great idea. You don't like cats? Ooh, I love my cats. Right, so there we go. Not the best bit of heat embossing I've ever done, but it's gold and I think I like it. Right, okay, back on track. So, little dots. Circle. Right way, whoops, right way up. Like that. Those two can go to the side because I don't need those at the moment. Let's bring back in my bits. Okay, so first thing to do is to pop this onto my Knight of Navy. There's actually blue in this tweed. We had a quit for 39 years. You've now got 2 dogs. I was brought up with dogs. I'm actually allergic to cats. I'm mildly allergic to dogs, but not as badly. So I've had to kind of get myself desensitized to our cats. Not that I wear contact lenses that often, but oh boy, if I forget that I've stroked one of the cats and try and take my contact lens out, not a good idea. No, I'm going to put it the other way. Oh, it doesn't matter which way I put this up because I can turn it over the other way. Oh dear. See, I wanted the white at the bottom, but I could have stuck it down anyway and just done that. Right, okay. Now, obviously, this doesn't need a liner because it's white. Straight would be good. Call me old-fashioned, but a straight card is a really good idea. Right. Yeah, when we got our first cat, which was a stray, I mean, she literally turned up on our doorstep. I was in a dreadful state for weeks. I'm better now than I was. If I go and visit someone who's got cats, I will suffer. Some friends of ours who live down in West London have got indoor cats. They've got a fair number of indoor cats. And if they hoover before I go, I know I'm going to suffer. Now, where did I put my piece of ribbon? I showed you my piece of ribbon and I now can't find it. Oh, there it is. There's my piece of ribbon. Right, piece of ribbon. Cats can't be without one, even if this rescue is still slightly feral after 3 years. Yeah, our first cat, who, as I say, just turned up on the doorstep, I think it was an unloved Christmas present. You know, cats are for life, not just for Christmas. She was always she needed to be with us, but she didn't want us picking her up and stuff. I mean, we have one now who hates being picked up, but is really soft. She's also a great mouser. But yeah, cats is weird, but I love them. Then I like most animals. My grandmother hated cats, so I remember giving her birthday presents of, 101 things to do with a dead cat and things. So yeah, which were comic things like, use it as a pencil sharpener and things. It was quite rude, really. Right, I'm going to trim my ends because those are too long for me. So this ribbon, once you've coloured it with blends, is beautiful to work with. Not so keen on it before it's been coloured, but once it's been coloured, it becomes lovely and stiff. So yeah. Two cats as well as your Cavalier King Charles. We had Cavalier King Charles living down the path from us, and I have to say they're very noisy. Right, now the holiday rhinestones, which are in the annual catalogue, have Knight of Navy as one of the options. So I'm going to use Knight of Navy, even though I've got gold on the card now. I'm sticking with what I was going to do for the embellishment, which was Knight of Navy. Oops. Come on. No, you're going. You are going there. Tucked underneath. Right, I haven't finished it yet. Just about to, because I need my Knight of Navy back, and I am going to do little crosses. Absolutely, Wendy. So our boy, who is the black cat, which hence the t-shirt, we can't fill him up. He had a bladder problem, which means he has to be on wet food, not dry food, and wet food has far fewer calories than dry food, so the same quantity. Sorry, need to restamp that. The same quantity, there we go, doesn't have as much impact on filling him up. All the time he's round me going, Mum, want more food, Mum. And I know he's not actually talking to me. He's he's mewing, but I know that what he's saying is, Mum, still hungry, Mum. Because that is what he is saying. Right, okay, we are done. We got home. Daisy is very happy to see us. The boys are like, Yuille. Oh yes. I'm with you on that one. Where's our food? Feed me now. So there we go. So that's what happy and birthday look like, or indeed that's what happy and birthday look like. And these are what birthday and birthday look like. So as I say, basically 3 identical cards. How's Martin's hip? Well, we now think it might be his knee. The last one's your favourite, this one. Well, this one. But we will find out how everything is this afternoon. We have an appointment with a consultant late afternoon, kind of early evening, and they're bound to be running late. But anyway, cupboard love, yes. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed that. I've had, 11 likes. Woohoo! But do remember, if you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe, you can do that in the bottom right-hand corner. Later this week, I will be doing the video for my June thank you cards, because I will be sending those out this week. So there'll be a video for people to watch me doing that, because I forgot to do that last month. And someone did send me an email saying, thank you very much, but what do I do with the kit? Thank you, Steffi. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Margaret. So yes, now do remember, Designer Series paper sale runs until the 2nd of August. I currently have an ordering special where you will get, for £50 order using the host code, you will get a full set of Genial Gems. And you will also get entered into the draw for a mini cut and emboss machine. So that's for July. So do think about that. And I don't think there's anything much else I can tell you. My normal kind of beginning of the month newsletter will be going out later this week. Other than that, I will see some of you on Thursday. I know those of you who are in New Zealand or Australia will find Thursday afternoon 3 o'clock in the UK a little bit difficult. But maybe some of those of you in the States will be able to join me then, as well as obviously those of you who are in the UK or elsewhere in Europe. Have you got a website? Yes, Barb, there is a link in the description bar of this video to my shop. And there's also, my website is, oh no, there's a link to my website as well, I think, but it's oldstablescrafts.co.uk, one word. So yes, I do have a website, and I post every day except Sunday, and I do videos, 2 live videos a week and at least 1 other video each week. So that would be lovely. If you would like to have a look at that, that would be great. But yes, Old Stables Crafts, plural, one word, .co.uk. Have a fantastic couple of days. And I will thank you, Audrey, and I will see some of you on Thursday afternoon. Okay, I will pop up my end screen, and then, yeah, see you soon.